all new major price predictions for Monday to see what might be possible. Also, what we're looking out for, a lot of stocks and bigger names. So smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. We'll go over Nvidia, AMD, the Mag 7s, Tesla, also the S&P 500, gold, oil. We'll also go over the banks and probably some other ones. I'll keep the video short, but yeah, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment those stocks. I'm gonna let you on the next video. Make sure you guys join the Discord first in the description to get more analysts and also see me trade live every morning. We literally won every scalp last week, but let's start with Nvidia. So Nvidia pretty much has like nothing I would really do in this range of Nvidia, as in like bigger calls, puts, nothing like that. So for now, we just have a resistance level, smaller resistance level on Nvidia right around 190.35. That's pretty much all I'll be watching out for. If Nvidia comes back up here, like Monday, we show strength and break that, then I'll be looking for like calls for Nvidia to go to all-time highs. But other than that, I don't really have any just clean support areas. We have maybe a small one, just in case we bounce off this around 186.60. But we need a little more movement. Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, might be able to get some better plays on Nvidia. And tomorrow might be a good play if we have this instant strength tomorrow. Maybe we open up higher and then we instantly push. We might be able to get some all-time high pushes. AMD tested resistance, came back down. AMD is still pretty much stalled, in my opinion. I really don't see much with it. So for now, I'm going to update a new resistance level on AMD around 169.25. Support is still 159.95, 160. And there's really not much I would do in this range. We need AMD to kind of break one of these areas. It's really been slow for a while. For like almost 2 months, really. We really haven't had any direction after AMD had this bigger movement, which is pretty much normal. That's why we took a lot of profits when AMD was having this big movement, because remember, the whole reason you buy is to be in profit. And make sure every stock you play, you understand where you want to take profit, have a target, have an entry, have a cut price target. Make sure everything is very structured, right? Don't just be in here nilly-willy doing whatever. But those are levels I'm looking at for AMD. I'll see what AMD wants to do. I don't really know what I want to do with AMD just yet, besides hold the long-term shares and hold some of the leaps that we have. AVGO, same levels, resistance 344.85, support 329.85. If AVG breaks this resistance on Monday, I'll be looking for calls to go to that higher side. Also, TSM has support 274.85. No clean resistance just yet. I am looking for TSM to reach up into this 300 mark. So whenever TSM breaks this high, I think it's like around 296.70. I'll probably be looking for calls on TSM to reach above 300. That's probably the only thing I see for now. Other than that, nothing really bigger that I look for in TSM. Maybe some shorter term puts. If Monday's like a red day, I might try to trade TSM back down to maybe like 284. We'll kind of see. We'll do that live. But that's what I'm looking at for TSM. Levels are pretty much the same on TSM right now. If we go to ARM, same levels. We still got to break that resist level. 153.85, smaller support, 146.75. Nothing really big on that front. Let's go to CRWV, same levels, 142.70, support 124.35. If CRWV breaks the resistance at 142.70, then I can see it going up to like the 155s and get some strength out in there. That might be possible for CRWV, so we can watch out for that. Let's go to Tesla. Tesla has support 429.80, resistance 452.10. So we'll be looking out to see what Tesla wants to do out of this range in here on Monday. I think we might get a little more clarity on what Tesla kind of wants to do. It's just in a very slow period, right? It goes up, it comes down, it goes up, it comes down. It's not really taking off anywhere, but it's also not really just crashing and making newer lows. So these are our current levels. So depending on what Tesla does on Monday, we might have a better view of it. If Tesla stays around this like 440, 430 range, that would still kind of be just like a slow movement on Tesla. The biggest thing we're looking at for Tesla is for Tesla to reach above 500, right? And all-time highs is 488.55. We're very close to that. So it's either going to rocket from here or it's going to have a bigger drop and then go. It might be a delayed rocket. We'll see. But overall, whenever Tesla's ready to run, it doesn't really have like bigger crashes unless it stalls out a while, right? So stalled out here, ran, had a bigger crash, but then it stalled for like 3 more months before it actually had a run. If you have a slowdown period without a bigger pull down, slowdown period, not really a crash like the other one, it went higher. Slowdown period, a little stall, it went higher. We don't want a bigger crash when Tesla's running, because then it just stalls out a little bit longer. Like this run here, we had this bigger crash. See how this kind of pulled down a little bit, but we stalled and then went up? This one just kept crashing, and then it took a while for Tesla to go back up. So we don't really want a bigger crash out of here at Tesla. That might be key. let's go to Palantir. Palantir did break support. Very big drop on the Palantir front. New support right around 168.70. So we'll watch out for that support area on Monday. If we break that, we'll probably get some more downward side. Resistance on Palantir is around 186.80. So as long as we don't break this resistance level, I'm probably not looking for calls on Palantir, and I might just focus on the downside, but we will still kind of need to break the support. Since we had a bigger day Friday, we might get some slower days Monday or Tuesday, unless Palantir is really ready to drop and we get some droppage like this where every day is just red, gapping down, and that might be a good area for puts. So we'll kind of see how Palantir wants to move, but those are the levels I'm kind of looking out for, and whichever level breaks is the direction I'll be kind of looking out for as well. BMNR, not much on this one, but we do have a resistance level around $60.50, and then I would say a support probably around 53.25. Those become the areas we break resistance. I could possibly see it up to go to like 65, maybe 70s. Have a nice 10%, 20%-ish push. If we break support, we're probably going back down to like the 49s or so. I think that was one of the stocks in the Discord. Also, let's go over APLD, another stock in the Discord. Make sure you guys join the Discord, by the way. First, you can see all the scalps that we did this week, well, last week on the scalps wise. We literally won every play since September 30th all the way down, right? So these are all the plays that we kind of did. But yeah, make sure you guys join the team first subscription. You have the monthly, elite, yearly, and also lifetime memberships that comes with personal training, right? So I teach you my strategy, how to understand the market differently, see it as a monster, stop seeing it as retail, and stop playing around in the market, actually get serious and build that. And if you just want a training, we're going to have a training on Saturday. If you just want the training by itself, no Discord, no nothing, just a training, this is where you want to go, and that would be this Saturday. But APLD is kind of doing some decent movements. Bigger resistance, it's just APLDs vary, but I would put a resistance probably around 28.90 on APLD. You can watch out for that. Maybe a smaller support around $26 even. So we'll see. If we start breaking above this smaller resistance around 27.40, you might be able to see it going up to the 29s and maybe the 30s. But if we break support on Monday, we probably just drop more. That's all I really see for APLD. Also SMCI resistance 52.75, support 50. What will be beneficial on SMCI is one, if we just rock it instantly, that might be good for SMCI to go to 55, or if we have a bigger pull down, that might be good to swing SMCI. So there's like two different ways we would look for that of a play of SMCI. It just kind of depends on what we do tomorrow would be like the biggest thing, right? So that's what I'll be looking out for in SMCI. Apple support 253.85, resistance 258.50. We're looking for Apple to break all-time highs. Hopefully tomorrow. We have some plays on Apple, but I'm looking for Apple to like rip past this. It kind of reminds me of like Google, how Google was like a lagger. It lagged a while, and then once it broke all-time highs, it literally like rocketed for like 2 weeks. That's what we want off Apple. We want Apple to take off, right? And then while I'm on Google, support 234.80, resistance 254. If you break resistance, I'll be looking for Google to go back to all-time highs. But in this range right here, there's not much we can do with Google, right? Because you want to play stocks that are actually moving like this and not stocks that are like stalled like this, because it just makes it harder to win. And there's really no point of playing a stock that's not moving when there's other stocks that are moving. Then your money is kind of better put to use, right? But that's what I'm looking out for on Apple, to have that bigger push, like passing 260s and hopefully going up to like the 280s or so, to really have a decent push of Apple if it could really continue, because it's been lagging. We haven't broke all-time highs since back in December of 2024, right? We just kind of lagged, inched our way up. So we're looking for Apple to pretty much break all-time highs, more just focus on calls. And then I'll be focused on calls as long as we stay above that support to 253.85. So that'll be pretty big. Watch out for Meta. Meta's looking good. Broke support's looking good for some puts. Next support is right around 701.70. I'm going to just assume that Meta wants to go down here like to 690. So I'll be looking out for some puts on Meta to play that downside pretty much on Monday. Get puts around this area to play below that 690 area, but still got my long-term shares, and I am looking to buy some more long-term shares at a very specific area. But you got to join the team, make sure you see that and other stuff. Amazon still kind of slow, nothing really big on Amazon. New resistance on Amazon is about 221.70. I would say your support is around still 219.10. And then Amazon just needs a little more movement for any bigger plays, in my opinion, on the Amazon front. I know Netflix has some stuff about it. I want Netflix puts. I think Netflix might want to go down to like 1,070, maybe even below 1,000. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what the entry might be, but pretty much bearish on Netflix for now. We do have a big support right here around 1116 that we could bounce off of. So just be mindful of that area, because we could get a little bounce from that. Let's go to HIMS. Did break support. Very big drop on HIMS. The only way I saw a potential buy was if we broke resistance up to the 62. We just tapped it, and then we fell back down. So new resistance on HIMS is right around 57.45, and then we'll put our new support all the way down here of HIMS at like 48.90. So there's no buy that I see on HIMS right now. We just have to watch to see what HIMS wants to do Monday, Tuesday, and to see what HIMS wants to do. But for right now, there's not much that I would do with HIMS. UNH did have a little push. We're looking for UNH to push higher. We got some plays on UNH looking for more. Smaller resistance, 364.10. Support will stay right around 345, 346. And yeah, I'm looking for UNH to try to push up to like the 380s. This week. So yeah, looking for more push out of UNH. That's pretty much it. Got long-term shares as well, holding those through. Eli Lilly also had a secondary push, broke resistance level. I would say your next bigger resistance is about 893.70. Looking for Eli Lilly to go past the 900. So looking for potential calls in that range. Also, what was the other one? CVS is booming. We have long-term shares of CVS though, so I'm just letting CVS kind of rock out. We bought long-term shares of CVS down here in the 50s, right? So we're doing pretty good on that one. So I don't really have to play that one too much. And there's some other health ones. I don't want to make the video too long. Banks wise, JPM, you want to be watching out for the support. We still have not really broken it. We keep trying to close right at it around 309.70. And then you also have a secondary support on JPM right around 308.80. So watch out for those areas because we might sense some weakness. If we break those supports on like JPM, I could possibly see JPM going down to 302s, and that'd be like possible put option play. Just kind of watch the banks because they'll all kind of move similar. Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and Bank of America's might show some weakness, so just keep those in mind. Gold booming. Gold, let's see, where is gold? Gold about to show some strength, so I'm actually looking for some more calls on gold. We did take some profits off the golds, but I'm actually looking to play gold more to get some more gains. So because our last gold did over 127%. I think tomorrow might be a buy for gold to go up maybe to like the 368s to continue that strength. So that might be a buy we do tomorrow. Make sure you join the Discord to see that buy. Silver is also another one. Now, silver, I'm looking to play again just like we played gold because we took our profits. But I'm looking to repeat these because they're literally rinse and repeating. Silver, we did over 160%. So looking for more silver as well in this area. Now, silver has a better support that I want to put right around 43.05. We can watch out for that. But if we show strength on Monday on silver, it might be a decent time for silver to continue pushing up to the high prices, 44s, 45s, and so much more. Oil had bigger drop. OXY had a very big drop. Oil is just very stalled. So for now, I'm just kind of collecting dividends on OXY. Nothing really going on with the oil front, Chevron, XOMs. Nothing really going on in that front. Bitcoin did run up, hit all-time highs today, and then it's kind of pulling down, right? We want Bitcoin to keep this strength. We don't really want any red right now. I want Bitcoin to just run at least to like the 130s before we see red. But we'll see how Monday moves. I already bought Bitcoin. We bought some IBITF calls as well. They're doing good. But for now, I'll just take all the levels off Bitcoin because now we want to see how we move on Monday. And then Monday, tomorrow, I'll give y'all a better analyst on what I look for Bitcoin. But Ethereum is doing good. Solana, all these. I'll probably buy some more of these cryptos because whenever you join Discord, you also get my crypto buys. But yeah, we'll see. But I am looking at coin. Okay. If Bitcoin pulls down, you'll probably see Coinbase pull down, which might be the time for me to get swing calls on coin to run up. I really want coin to go to all-time highs, which is above 440. So that's what I'm kind of looking out for on Coinbase. I don't have a specific entry that I want just yet. Also, Hood ran up. Our shares on Hood are literally booming. Support 140.20, looking for Hood, but we need a little red, or maybe if we have strength and break new highs, I might play those. We'll kind of see. MSTR, bigger resistance, 361.90. Once that breaks, I'm looking for some bigger calls on MSTR, but you'll see that in the Discord. Thank you guys for watching the video. Also, let's go over the SP 500. Let's just clear all this off. And new levels on SP 500, I would say support 664. Smaller resistance, I'll probably put it around 671.35, and that is about it on the SP 500. We'll see. We hit all-time highs on Friday. We'll see if this strength could continue. But just like we did on QQQ, if we have a decent pull down, right, and we start to have support and go back up, I'll probably buy calls in that area because we did some QQQ calls right in this area for swings. We bought calls in here for QQQ to go back to all-time highs, and it literally did that because the market is still bullish. So pretty easy play, but we're going to be looking to rinse and repeat those as long as the market stays bullish. I can also give you levels on QQQ. Support right around 598.90. So watch out for that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. Smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. And always remember, no segregation of virus or anything, just for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see here in the video. Catch you guys on the next one.